This is an evergreen video on how to rank well in the Judicator event. So I chose to go to second place. I could have done first place as well, although the investment would have been unreasonable. You cannot do this every single week. It was very important that I wanted to get the best possible artifact. This week we had two artifacts. One of them is this one, Angelic Alliance, if I can see this properly. It's not Armageddon's Blade, it looks like Angelic Alliance. I don't know this, but it looks like Angelic Alliance, doesn't matter. This is the other one, Divine Gear. So I chose Divine Gear. The strategy works a lot better if this is not Divine Gear, but Legendary Hero Armor, because that's what you want to collect. But the artifact you get is not on week 1, but on week 2. So make sure to get either, so start when the second week's artifact, week 2 artifact, is either Legendary Hero Armor or Divine Gear. And Legendary Hero Armor is preferred. I was rolling the dice with the Divine Gear because eventually I'll need it, but currently I don't. For this strategy you will need VIP4 in total. You will get two things. In fact, theoretically you could do it as VIP3. You will need a day 1 purchase. And that day 1 purchase is mandatory. That's why I would say rather VIP4, not VIP3. This is optional, but it's highly recommended. Day 1 purchase, I recommend Growth Fund 2. In fact, no, day 2 purchase and Growth Fund 1. It's a $10/€12. Okay, I don't have the euro sign, I'll just use symbol. Day 1 purchase is semi-mandatory, which is at least, or not that is just, wait a minute, no, day 1 purchase is Growth Fund 1. Then day 3 purchase on a Saturday, it is, and actually this is optional, fully optional, is Silver VIP. It's a $5/euro 5.5, 5.49. And then days 2 or 4 or 6, possibly, actually, or 5 or 6, contract. This was the Astro contract. And then this is mandatory. Let me know if you only purchase the astrological contract and nothing else and you pull it off. But it will bite back for you, so I highly recommend the optional purchases as well. Because you want to pull the covenants on week 4. Optional purchases are still important because, number 1, you set yourself up to pull covenants on week 4. Or 5 depending on your server. So week 4 odd server, odd EU server, or 5 even EU server. So if it's 323, which is my case, then it's odd, so we're gonna pull covenants on week 4. That's why you do the Growth Fund. The Saturday Silver VIP is a diamond burner, but it also gives you diamonds. So this is one thing. You set yourself up to pull covenants and you reap all rewards of week 1, or all meaningful rewards. During the week, collect Astro Silver everywhere. You can get up to 150 if I calculated it correctly. Okay, 120 to 150. collect it everywhere. I managed to get out almost 150. How? Don't ask me. I was mental about collecting Astro Silver from day one onwards. That's the idea. Collect Astro Silver everywhere. Then hide your strength until the last day. How to hide your strength? 1. Don't activate artifacts you don't need. And second, more importantly, only activate the emblem chart during the last, not minutes, but well, even the last minutes. So during the last stint before the Judicator event ends. Only activate the emblem chart then. This means 90k power. By not activating the emblem chart, you effectively hide your account strength. By 90k power. Look at what 90,000 power means. Here. 512 minus 90,000 is 422. I would not even be in on the chart for the top places. I did it badly, okay? I did it badly because I didn't do this. I activated the emblem chart 4 hours before the end, not on last minute. Just imagine how funny it would be if I just activated the emblem chart on last, like 2 minutes before the end. And I was already chasing, let's say, 70,000 behind the other player, right? And then activate 90,000, boom, up. Last minute. That's what the emblem chart does. It's just fake power. You don't need it, but if you activate it, you get it. People who know this trick can figure this out. I'll show you how. Leaderboard. Go to my account, for example. Click on any of the units and click on this. Here you can see, if you see 3 circles, emblem chart is activated. The feature is disabled until level 65. It's just a fake power creep of 90,000. Okay, that's what you do. But others who have not reached, let's say this player for instance, I know he hasn't reached the emblem chart level because it's 43. If you look at the unit, this is the old emblem system. Now the old emblem system is not working, which means that you cannot place emblems in the slot anymore. The feature is disabled. So once you get the emblems, and once you get emblems from Endless Inferno, you won't be able to place the emblems inside. The only thing you can do with them is convert to the new emblem chart, and then you get 90,000 power. So if people know about this, that you're sneaking forward, and then last minute you activate it, they might prepare, but it's unlikely that they know about it, and everyone activates emblem chart anyway. I was the only one who was waiting for a day. So that's the other thing. It's a very interesting gameplay. And one important thing, I didn't tell you why you have to buy the Astro contract. There are 2 benefits. Benefit 1, 10% rebate on Astro Silver. Benefit 2, 10 Astro Silver plus, I don't know, diamonds worth another 5 Astro Silver. And the third benefit, instead of 5 pulls a day for diamonds, you can pull up to 140 times a day. This should be enough. And then you target that you either get 1 hero armor or divine gear or 2. You can get 1 with just Astro Silver without hoarding Astro Silver. You can also get 2 if you spend, let's say, 3,500 diamonds are the price for 20 pulls. And you need about 60 pulls, 60 to 80. So 10,500 to 14,000. So, Astro math. 3,500, I don't know how much, 20 or 80, I'll have to check. Astrologer, and there you go, 3,520. That's the amount, but I can only pull 5 times because on this account the contract is not activated, it's just a demo. So 3,520 diamonds per 20 pools. You set yourself a budget. So budget 60 to 80, for instance. The maximum gives you, let's say, 14,080 diamonds. And once again, these are things that you will get back. Okay, you will get this back by getting valuable artifacts. So this is the astromath. And let's see what you win. This is the investment. So investment, only do it if you don't have, let's say, huge VS on the server, because then you won't even get to top 4 and then you invest it for nothing. Read the situation. You can read this by the time you get to day 6. If you see that there are huge VS fighting, you don't have to get the Judicator at all. Then you play my VIP0 strategy, basically, where you stay behind, you don't care about the Judicator event at all, and then you just get the power rewards. What are the power rewards? I'll show you. You can get all power rewards by just playing in an okay way. These ones. 350,000 is super easy. Just 90,000 is the conversion of the emblem chart. So then you do this. I was second in this specific case, actually. No, actually third, but it's really weird. I'll talk to you about this soon. I finished third, but I should have finished second. I just executed badly because I was recording live. I was an idiot. Now, one thing about this, and by the way, I'm not saying this with with hate. Hate is another player, you know. But rather that it's realistic. I was stupid in a sense that I left everything for last minute. So that's why I missed out on 30 Judicator. 30 Judicator, it's like 3,000 diamonds. Or how much? No, 4,500 diamonds, apologies. So that's the idea. That's the Judicator math. And then the investment is, you see, so return on investment, or return. Actually, not return on investment, or just return. Judicator times, let's say 80 tokens. It's 80 times 152. That's the covenant price. So this is 1,520 times 8, or 3,040 times 4, or 6,080 times 2, or 12,160. You see, this we just double. This is the value. And then you see what you're targeting. In my case, the absolute worst outcome would have been this 40, which I actually got. I could have accepted the 10 as well. So this means that we get another 10. So 4th place, Judicator times 10 equals 1,520 diamonds. 3rd place, another 30, which is 4,560 diamonds. And 2nd place, another 30, which is yet another 4,560 diamonds. So the idea is the following. You invest that you would have invested anyway. You get back the return on your investment. The bonus is an angel. 80 SSR angel tokens. Basically no value. I won't give it a value. You could give a cross-reference value with the Sunday blue ballon event, but I'm not gonna do this. So this is the extra bonus. This is what you're getting. Extra bonus. Whatever your competitors are not getting is good for you. So if you have an opponent who is not paying attention to the Judicator event, you can overtake that opponent and if you snatch 30 tokens from them, this means they lost 30, you won 30, it's net 60 in case of the difference between you two. It's a bit cutthroat, but this is how the game is played. You invest your time and your money. You can consider other people's interests in the game and form temporary alliances, but you're out there to represent yourself. You don't want to give favors to others without getting a return in this specific case. And if I can snatch those tokens from my opponent, then this means that comparatively I can earn more diamonds in the game in other game modes. They can choose to outspend you anyway. Okay. And then the math is not ended here. Judicator use case. 1. Temporary filler for all unions. Obviously you're better off with a Judicator than with a Wood Elf, or with an Archer, or with anyone else. It's a commander, it's a good unit. Level it up, use it. Second, Order Union main unit, main formation. Third, Death Union alternative unit. It's called Blood Church, I think. Fourth use case, and this is also an important use case, roster commander strengthening. So for commanders, they get roster benefit. You know, every single unit gets 2 separate roster bonuses. Fifth, if you don't have any better use case, then other units, good enclosed unit for Miracle Pursuit level 6. Okay, that's the absolute worst case. But then be mindful that if you're just using it to enclose as an enclosed unit, the opportunity cost of doing this is 300 diamonds. So the Covenant price for this use case, the Covenant price goes down from 152 to 30. Actually, no, that's the 7th one. That's the 6th use case. Convert the tokens above 80 to renewal star case. Here, for this use case, the Covenant price does go down from 152 to 30. So this means that for those bonuses, instead of saying that it's 152, it's or 300 depending on use case. Because you can get renewal, or actually no, sorry about that, you cannot get renewal star keys. There are no commanders to be bought for 300. This is not the case. So for champions this is the case, because in the VIP shop you can get champions in exchange for these use cases. So that's how the game is played. Additional benefit, because there is one more return. Account strength boost. More diamonds, more diamond earnings in the future. This is a clear account strength boost. How? Simple. In the arena, for example, you can check it out, that Undertaker, the account that was a VIP account here, is right now 2nd, and no one is stronger at the moment, and Judicator is only blue right now. The only player who is more or less as strong is Yo-Yo999. I would say it's equal if I cannot attack with a charging unit, and I'm stronger if I can attack with a charging unit. So right now everyone else is weaker. because I activated proper artifacts, proper everything. So you're gonna carry this boost and others will catch up in a few weeks, by the way. Once the hero armor pool comes, they will catch up. So this will, but one thing is that you don't have to pull those artifacts anymore. You can then carry things forward. One more thing, and that's also important. Plan to offset the loss. Investment is less than growth fund 1. This implies that you will get a chance to pull covenants on week 4 or 5. This is super important. If you cannot make it, then you'll have to make another purchase. Unless you wanted to, if you want to stay competitive. This is one, plan to offset the loss. Investment is less than growth fund 1. It's obviously be on a diet. Be on a diet, max 2 energy a day. Sometimes 1. Cut down on spending. And make sure to exploit the account strength. Another one, be on a, this is a diamond spending diet, and also be on a fake power diet. Only activate artifacts you desperately need. Drop down in terms of fake power. You'll need to drop down. Why? Because if someone else becomes stronger and they have lower power than you do, in that case you will suffer in the campaign and you'll collect less resources. You'll suffer in Duel of Champions and you'll collect less resources. You'll suffer in other game modes as well, potentially. Glory Arena and many others as well. Therefore, you'll need to drop down in terms of fake power. Hopefully this is clear. If you do that, then you get a chance to compete afterwards and earn the resources. Because right now, for example, I won't be able to fight this opponent because he got a 6-star Divine Herald unit. Do you know what that means when we're gonna get this? It's months of work, multiple months of work. I think he's gonna ride in the sunset for like months. He will get bored and he will quit. This has always happened to players who don't have competition. I don't want to provide competition for it. In fact, I cannot even damage 10% of his health meter. We're not in the same game. He's in the Yorogumo game, I'm not. So this means that I'll build my account in the way I want to, and over the course of half a year, 1 year, I have a plan. But over the course of a few weeks or months, we're just not in the same game. I won't be able to fight with him. And under no circumstances should you increase your power above his. Because then you're gonna get this opponent everywhere. And you don't want this, even in the campaign. Don't do this. There will still be a problem once he quits and then drops down in terms of power. This has happened over and over again, then you won't be able to win all 15 campaigns. Then the remaining team will have to work together to lower their arena defense, or you have to work with lowering your arena defense. And actually that's what I would recommend. So just before starting your campaign, you can lower your arena defense and then start the campaign, and then you will have easier opponents. And that will work as well. So for example, here is defense, and then you can drop all the units, 7 out of 8 units. Show you how this is done. And then my power dropped to 127k. I save this defense, and then I restart the arena. That's how the game is played. And then you will have easier arena opponents. This is a chance also for me to change the formation, because now I have other units. Initially you use units that you can, basically. With Catherine this works. Different unit plus 20% HP, and that's it. This is week 1. You don't have heroes, you don't have anything. You're weak. But you see that I've collected 24k diamonds. In 2 weeks I'll collect another 30k plus. So I will pull Covenants on week 4 with this account. And I will be able to pull Covenants equally with the other account. Simply because I will get there. If I follow this plan. So this is the plan. That's how you can max out your strength in the Judicator event. One more thing on the Judicator event. Read the F-ing manual. That's the software development terms. Players will win great rewards if their power is over 22,000,000 and ranked in the top 10 of the power leaderboard at 2100 on the 7th day of the server opening. 2100. It's over. However, the countdown is still on. It's a duplicitous thing. Last time I fell for it. Last time, I mean, with the VIP4 playthrough where Winry is, you know, back in the days. I fell for it and I didn't know it. And someone called Luca took advantage of this and snatched the Judicator away from me. Because I didn't read this. Okay? I think now I prepared. Now, Duiveltia knew this. Okay? He knew this and he was fighting at the right time. Others didn't know this, they didn't even log in. Or if they knew it, they could have just not cared, and that's why they didn't log in. The countdown is still on, and yet the event is over. Super important. So I may write it to the top. Judicator event ends at 9 PM on day 7. When you get Galu. It's on the same day. Okay. I know because this is a daily login reward. It ends at 9 PM. These are my notes about all this. This is how you roll. Now, you may say that it's only legendary hero armor. Hint, how do you know? Watch Soul's videos. He always shows you what would happen the day after. And you will know this. Other than that, you may reroll. You don't have to make a purchase on day 1 to play this. You can play free to play and you can reach level 26 on day 1. If you're okay, maybe you need to stay awake until 3 AM like I did, but you can reach that. Okay, that's how this game is played. And then you don't need to get up to high VIP levels. Theoretically, you could beat a VIP 10 as a VIP 3 just with the Astro contract and maybe the silver VIP, because that makes sense. But then the diamond spending would not justify it. And you prefer doing the spending on day 1. Okay, that's it. That's how you play this game. If that is one reason. Some people may say horrible advice for going for the divine gear before legendary hero armor. I tend to agree with them. Why am I still recommending it? Because it's the second best thing that you can do to compete. There are no emblem purchases anymore, fortunately it's just fake power. So you just do legendary hero armor or divine gear. And you know that, for example, if there were no artifacts for 2 weeks that are legendary hero armor or divine gear, you increase your chances that in 2 weeks you're gonna get one of them. Or you just read the patterns. And then you can anticipate when it's gonna happen. I cannot help you on reading the patterns, but they seem quite obvious to me because I tend to monitor my account that I have events where I spend Astro Silver and my spend always goes down to like 60, 70, 80 when the hero armor comes around and I have to spend like 150 to 200 Astro Silvers on that. That's how you play. Okay. Let me know if you think this makes sense. Let me know if you think this doesn't make sense. But this was my plan from day 1 from one of the account. It almost paid off. I was just a bad executor because I did it a bit too late because I was recording. it's very much like an auction. The highest bidder wins, but there is also a time limit. So you can do two things. One of the options is that you hide your strength, just how I did, and then you activate the emblem charm like 3 minutes before the end, and boom, 90,000 power immediately. And then the opponent cannot do anything with it. And then you activate a couple of big artifacts, and you get another 10, 20, 30,000 power, and then that was it. The second thing you can do, and that's also an interesting one, is deterrence. You go for it straight away on the last day, a couple of hours before the end, to tell everyone else, no, don't even try. And then some people will be deterred and they won't even try. Because what you don't want is two people fighting and both of them feeling pot committed. Because I had my reserves, the opponent had his reserves. The reason why I lost, by the way, is not because I was recording a video meanwhile, but because there was an error in the calculation. I tested the value of Divine Gear artifact piece, and I got half of the value of it 2 minutes before the end. I got half of the value that I expected, and then I saw the opponent still going up. It was a horrible experience, and I had to hide it live because I didn't even reveal that, or hadn't even revealed that that account was mine. And this is when the plan went south, because what I was planning for, I calculated it. Somehow in the game it didn't appear as a 14,000 power increment per Divine Gear component. I used to have a Divine Gear component elsewhere, it was a 14,000 power. And here I got like 6,000 or 7,000. That was crazy. I didn't expect it, and I got it. Hopefully I gave you enough hints on what to do. And if you want to crush on week 1, this is one option to do so.